Hi, I'm Ryan and this is
Chad.
and we are going to be changing the oil on a Harley Davidson.
Street 750.
And today you will need to go to Ingles and get yourself some oil. We got 3 quarts of that, and while you're changing the oil you might as well do the filter. Alright, let's get started. The first observation of the changing the oil is right behind the radiator, and we're gonna have to take this cover off here and to be able to get to the oil filter, which is just down there. So be patient and we'll be right back. Okay, now we have the cover off. What did you do to get that off?
I used a 5mm Allen wrench and took out these 2 bolts, which are located at the bottom, and it pops right off.
All right, now we have a clear view of the oil filter, which is right somewhere in there. Hopefully you can see it with the camera. I'll see if I can get a better angle on it. There it is. Oh, isn't it beautiful? It's black. Okay, now Chad is getting ready to take the oil filter off.
Actually, I'm undoing the oil pan bolt first.
Okay, and what does that do, Chad?
Well, that's going to drain most of the oil out of the engine.
Okay.
And that takes a 13mm socket.
13mm socket. So here he goes. Let's see if we can do a zoom in real quick on this. And you probably can see nothing. But that bolt is located just under here. And as you can see, it is just flowing the way oil is supposed to flow. There we go. I don't know if that's a better shot or not. Alright. Alright. Now we are about to take off the oil filter, and using the proper tool we were able to loosen it up, and now it's hand tight. So you want to use one of a oil wrench to get it off, one specifically made for smaller. There is the oil filter. Now you can see kind of how it goes in and out, and the next one we're probably gonna take and put a little bit of oil, the new oil, and we're gonna put it on the ring, this little rubber ring, when we get ready to place it on the new one on the bike. I don't know how to speak. Anyways, we'll be right back. Well, we just put back in the oil plug at the bottom, and Chad is tightening it up. What do you say, Chad?
Well, I've put it in using a 13mm socket, and you just want to go a little past hand tight so you don't strip the threads or cause any damage to the pan. Then wipe off around it. That way when you put oil in, you can make sure it doesn't leak.
Chad, I really like the way you think ahead. That really shows signs of a great mechanic.
Okay.
Now we cleaned off around the rim, so there's not any dirt or debris or anything laying around there. We're getting ready to get the new filter and place it on there. Okay, we are getting ready to put the filter back on our nicely cleaned bike. So he is pulling out the new one. Would you look at that? Is that not beautiful? It's black.
Black.
Black is awesome.
It even gives you instructions on exactly how to screw it back on.
All right. I'm going to pour just a little bit of oil into the filter and wipe a little bit around that ring right there, the little O-ring at the top.
Helps to seal. And then I'll clean up my mess.
What's really important about this step here is to hand tighten. You never want to just kind of thread something on and then put the tool on there and start going to town. It could be a seriously thread issues you'll have for like the rest of your life.
You could ruin your whole engine. You could cross thread and then nothing will seal right ever.
And for those of you who are mechanic savvy, this is all old news to you. But we're just really finding it hard to figure out what to say through this dead time. I could probably cut my voice out and play music. You probably would like that, but I'm not going to.
Da 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 da.
All right. So you hand tighten that up.
It should be hand tight. I'm going to put a glove on and tighten it just a little bit more. For those of you with bigger hands, this is somewhat of a tight spot, so it can be a little tough. You want to try to crank on it a little bit?
Yeah.
The oil fill is located just under your back header pipe, and you just unscrew it. It's its own dipstick.
Are you
And
calling me a dipstick?
not this time. And you just pour it in. Not too much, too fast, or you'll get it everywhere.
Like straight up, we check the oil, make sure it looks good. How's it look, Chad?
Well, I'm checking it.
And pulls it out.
And it is full.
It is full to the level that it needs to be. 3 quarts. That's HD for you. All right, we're gonna go ahead and crank it up.
Now, on a side note, the only YouTube videos I've seen of a loud exhaust on a street was a Street 500, and one other gentleman put a whole different pipe on his Street 750, which sounded pretty cool. Ryan and I have managed to knock the baffle out on a Street 750, so you're going to hear what a 750 sounds like with the baffle knocked out.
And I think it sounds pretty darn good, but this is my ride over here, so anything that sounds better than a scooter, which my scooter is a HD 200 SYM. Top speed, I've had it 80 miles an hour, but this bike does sound pretty good. Really good. Rev it up real high and all that good stuff. And that's it, folks. I'm Ryan, and this is
Chad.
And here we are, the 750 straight.